Hello everyone, and welcome back to our Unholy Horde playthrough on the channel. If you have been enjoying this series, or the channel for a while, then consider dropping down and hitting the subscribe button, or even liking the video, and that will help us to grow this little community that we are building. And in the last episode, we actually managed to hire Zivka over here, and she is probably going to be pretty useful helping us to study all of this knowledge that we have to get through. And additionally, she should be a little bit useful, at least on combat, maybe not a whole lot. And actually, she is a better teacher than Emma, so I'm thinking it's possible that we should actually have Harold be taught by Zivka. Now, the only issue with this, now I don't know if you guys know about this, but if you let somebody of a different culture train your kid, it is possible they will take after that culture. I don't know how big of an issue that is for us right now. Yeah, I don't think it'll really affect things too much if that were to happen. And let's see, he is 7. Will he really switch cultures over? I don't know. So I think we're just going to do it because I would rather have a really strong heir than worry too much about him being a Caden. I mean, she's not a Varn, so I don't think that'll really hurt us too badly if that were to happen. And this will allow Emma just more time to go and study. And let's see if she will even do that. She will, okay. And Canute is taking care of the warehouse, okay? And basically, we started this trade agreement. We don't have really the money for it at the moment, unfortunately, because we are, of course, on that rye trade route as well. So right now, we're going to disable the trade automatically, and we may lose a day or two. That was actually why I waited on this trade contract, which is kind of unfortunate, but it also is what it is. Hopefully, what we could do is maybe trade for the hops so that we have the hops ready for flavorful ale, and maybe just give up a little bit on the rye temporarily. But man, that is a really good price on the rye. It's just barely over 1 gold a piece. So otherwise, besides all of that, we are basically just trying to get through all of these knowledge pieces that we need. We did get the temple set up, which is going to be good. And otherwise, we are, just trying to get through enough knowledge to be able to expand the city a little bit more. Now, another thing, I will just, of course, disable dice game on Zivka. Do not want her engaging in any gambling and ending up with a very poor mood because of it. I didn't even realize, but apparently Emma has a poor loyalty right now. I don't know what's up with that. They love each other and everything, so we'll just reward her for now, and hopefully that will help. And we did get flavorful ale unlocked. That is great. Now that Zevka over here is taking care of learning the mill, we will probably just put Emma onto the herbalist because we do need to start getting those herbs. Actually, if we get the herbs and the hops, then we should be able to start this trade route almost right away. We just basically need the paper to start that trade route, and that should start to get us a lot of money. So we're gonna go here, and oh yes, we can't actually do that yet, but we will go ahead and set the actual flavorful ale. We'll set it up to 100 for now. I mean, we're not going to use this stuff for anything else, maybe even just 250, just so we don't have to keep going back to that screen. Now, apparently, Canute got the mine upgrade. Is that what that was? Yes. He just learned it randomly. We don't really need it. It's actually way too expensive to keep upgrading the mine right now. But that would be some extra jobs. So if we do manage to get some extra wood hanging around, we could do that. We're not going to worry about it right now. We'll have Emma and Canute spend some time together. Now, Zivka did get her house as well as Till has his house. We're going to, I guess, make a road over to her house. We're not going to worry about it for Till, but might as well make it a little bit easier for her to connect with everybody. Now, another thing we are probably going to try to do, hopefully in this episode, maybe in the next one, I just want to check. Okay, Emma does have her loyalty back up to 75. It's not the best, but I will just take it for now. So apparently she actually doesn't like Canute right now. That's not good. I'm wondering if we reward her. No, I don't really want to use any of the rings that we have on that right now. But Canute is already basically done with the inspections that he needs to do for the day. They've already recently interacted. Okay, we'll have them go hunt together then. Yeah, we'll do that. And also, you may have noticed, those of you with eagle eyes may have noticed that I actually moved the temple. That is why the road looks like this. Because I looked at my little layout planner, and actually it was slightly out, a little bit too far to the left and a little bit too up. And that wouldn't have changed much, but it would have affected all of our peasant houses would have been shifted over if I'd kept it like that, so I just decided to move it. And we'll just go ahead and fix that road really quick. Something like that. Oop. Well, that was not what I meant to do at all. Actually, that was pretty close. There we go. That is better. We'll see how they're doing. They took that out rather easily, I would say. Couldn't even get done building a road. Now there's actually just one free lord right now. That actually could have been pretty useful with the 11 intelligence skill and 10 teaching as well, and the Arcaden. But they are a little older, so I think we're okay with Zivka here. We could also try to hire Erna, but that's kind of using up a little bit too much. A little bit too much on the rings. I guess we could buy some, but yeah, we're just not doing very good on money right now, so we're just going to have to accept where we are. And it's funny that I sold Rye when we have the trade route, of course, but we did need to recoup a little bit of money, and when we're buying it for 1 and able to sell it for 4, that is pretty good. But right now we're just kind of in a bad spot because we can of course get rid of this book, but otherwise we can't really sell anything. And paper is still at an increased price. I wish this would drop down. I don't know how much longer this is going to last. I have noticed this in the beginning of a lot of games lately, that paper is always at an increased price, which makes it very hard to start trade. I don't know if this is completely random. I mean, I know it is random to an extent on temporary price increases, but I think it's weighted for it to be paper in the early game for some reason, and I don't understand why. I'm not a big fan of that, but we'll sell this. How much is that going to be in total? 200. We can't do it. It's too much. It is too much. I almost wish that I had used that paper duplicating method. If you guys know, you can, with 5 paper, you can send a messenger to do the trade route, and then you can just take them back, or cancel it, and you will actually end up with 6 paper instead of 5. So I kind of wish that I had done that now, but I guess I can't be too mad at myself for not exploiting. So everything else looks pretty good. We actually have a good amount of coal right now, which will be nice when we start to build weapons. We may actually just have Canute just stick to reading. I may just force him to study as long as possible, even tomorrow. He has a couple of things he needs to get done, but not too much, so if we can get that weapon forge done, then we can actually probably start to sell a little bit of weapons to the trader until we actually get that trade route going. Okay, so I just jump scared myself a little bit. York actually is now buying beer. Now, they were the ones who were buying flavorful ale before, and so I just got a little freaked out that we just lost our best opportunity for money, but now London is actually buying flavorful ale. So that is definitely a huge sigh of relief from us, because if we had lost that opportunity, we'd be pretty screwed. I'm not even going to lie about it. We would be in a pretty bad spot until we can build weapons and sell spears at least, which would have helped a little bit. Luckily, we do have some money, so actually, tomorrow we should be fine to actually trade, so I'll just put trade automatically on, so it'll do that right away. Okay, so now we got the mill done, and we will go ahead. Maybe we can't really do this, though. Yeah, Zivka doesn't know the Caden language, so maybe, what's the next most important thing? Probably the workshop, I guess. I mean, the only thing we would really use it for right now is tools. Like I said, bows aren't really the most economical because you need to use a tool and a wood. I mean, it's definitely a big gain in value, but the amount of work that you have to put in to do all this is kind of more than just making spears. So if you're gonna make tools, just pretty much make them just for upgrading is, in my opinion, the best move. So we could do it just for that, but I actually think as soon as we get Weapon Forge, the sooner that we can start to get axes would be nice. Of course, we do need the smelting furnace. So it's all this stuff is kind of in a place where we can't really use it right away. So we're just gonna go with the peasant house, and we will let either Emma or Canute take care of loyalty basics. Now, actually, I'm gonna. Oh, I can't. Okay, he already left. So tomorrow we'll check and see if he has any useful books again. Okay, so the workday is starting, and it looks like Canute does have two inspections to get through. We're just gonna cancel his praying. I don't think that's gonna hurt him. His piety is okay. And we'll let him take care of these 2 inspections really quick. Tomorrow is going to be an involved day where he's going to need to do a lot of inspecting, but that'll be okay. We just want him to take care of this weapon forge today. It's the main goal. So there he is studying, and apparently him and Zivka are sitting in the same seat. He's sitting on her lap, apparently. Or maybe she's just standing behind him. I guess the implication here is she's standing on his side, but that's really not what it looks like to me. Now, luckily for us, we are actually getting tributes, and that is actually going to be good because this will put us kind of over the top when it comes to wood. We won't really have anything to use it on, specifically. So what we're going to do, we're going to enable this, allow it to be built, and we will also go ahead and start upgrading this mine. Getting a 3rd worker on that will actually be welcome. So that we can just get a little more iron a little more quickly. And as well, it'll also increase the reserves, although that's not super important right now. As well, we do have basically, we have 3 workers here on the warehouse. That's okay. I would rather having extra people like cutting wood or something useful, but we can't really upgrade too much. I mean, I guess we could upgrade the brewery, but the only real issue here is that it's already working through everything that it needs to, so there's not really a good reason to actually do that. We also, of course, are doing these trade routes, so we have to wait until we can get more hops before we can even make more flavorful ale either. So yeah, it's right now there's not really a whole lot we can upgrade. I guess we could just make another rutabaga field. Can it fit here? It cannot. Could fit over here, though. Alright, so we'll place another one of those then as well. And I don't think that there's another mine in this. Nope. Maybe I'm just missing it, but I don't think there's another mine location. So, that's pretty much where we're stuck at for the moment, then. Can you go back to studying, please? Okay, he's very much just trying to socialize right now. It's actually super annoying. Now he's going to daydream? No. No, go study. Finish this book. You could have already had most of it done if you would stop goofing off. Okay, so luckily for us, we did actually get the trader again today, and we're going to go ahead and sell just a little bit more of this moonshine, get a little bit more money. And we did finally get the paper that we need. Oh, it's finally dropped in price. That is saving us like 9 gold apiece, which we do absolutely need to do right now. The only other thing here, though, is the training ground. That is basically it. I mean, we could get hand-to-hand combat just because if somebody's weapon breaks, they'll be able to punch somebody to death, which is, I mean, what more can you ask for in life, right? Just punching your enemies to death is pretty good, but I don't actually think it's super important right now. So maybe the scaffolding, we are probably going to start getting crime soon, but we're already sending 150 gold. That's like all of our gold, so we obviously can't do it. However, can we find a way to make just a little bit more money back? We're going to sell a little bit more moonshine. We're going to keep 50 around. I think that's okay. I think we can live on that. That seems like the best that we can do. This has given us... Let's see how much we have once everybody's paid for their goods for the day. It looks like this is as much as we're going to get for the day. That is not very good. But didn't we finished out... Actually, we finished a book, didn't we? We finished Rye Field and Mill. Okay, well, that's not super helpful. but we'll sell it anyways. Which one was that? That was here. So there we go. Another 68 gold back. So we're at 173. I think we can actually afford to do the hop trade tomorrow, but we can't really afford to do the rye for the moment. We'll just have to take away one day on that. Okay, I just realized that Canute actually got to the 99% and then walked away. This is a bug. As far as I know, sometimes they will just, or every single time they will basically just stop at 99%. Sometimes they will finish it, but like most times they will just stop at 99%. He decided to stay up until like 1, and then as soon as it got to 99%, went to sleep. So we're gonna actually force him to get up right now, and we'll also have Zivko get up. If click on her here. And he finished the weapon forge, which is great for us. So now we will have him probably go to work on loyalty basics. Getting loyalists will definitely be welcome. And let's see, we do need herbs. We need herbs. That is the next thing for sure. 69% on that. And then we can start to actually create those flavorful ales finally. And the peasant houses are also done now. That is great. We'll, I guess, go for training ground next. So now Canute can go ahead and just do his inspections as is normally planned. And we just need Emma to get done with this herbalist, because these bushes have been sitting here idly for way too long. We could have actually gotten a whole lot of herbs by now. So that's kind of upsetting, but we will live. Now, I did go ahead and send off our little trader to go ahead and take care of the hops. We finished the herbalist as well. The only other things for the moment that are super important is just the keeping prisoners, I suppose. I mean, any of this stuff is basically the same usefulness to us right now, which is absolutely none. But just to start having it, I suppose there's no real reason not to go for swords. It'll take her a while, and by that point, we should have other... Actually, axes probably first. And by the time this is done, we should have other books for her to learn. So that seems good to me. Alright, so we did get the herbalist, so let's go ahead and place it somewhere. And I'm just going to look at my little setup. I think I had it... Okay, I basically didn't put it out too far because I don't want to crush those bushes, which is a thing that happens quite often. So we're going to try and not do that. And we're going to place it right about here. And then I think we should still be able to fit a workshop or something right about there. We do have the mill as well. And as far as that goes, I don't really care too much where it goes, but I'm probably going to put it... Can we put it up here? Just right above the coal. There we go. That looks good to me. Place a manager. Place a road. We'll actually probably place 2 roads. Hopefully this one won't overlap with another brewery if we decide to actually place it. And we'll just do that road like that. Looks pretty good to me. And we also need a road going up here. This is getting very, very close on money now. But as long as we can get these herbs and create some flavorful ale, we will make it. It's going to be tough, but we will make it. And we did just barely... Everybody's severely hungry, but we did just get the mill placed in time, I think. As long as we can actually get a lot of workers producing flour, we should be okay. So we're just going to keep upgrading these. Upgrade this one now. Wait for this to get done. Shouldn't take them long. And upgrade that now. And there we go. These should all be level 3 now, and if we need to, we may even make a second herbalist, but for right now, 1 should be okay. There's not that many bushes there, so I think they will be able to deal with that. Okay, so we get the trader once again, and look at this. Solid price here on the coal. I think we're going to sell a little bit of it. We're just going to sell it to 30. Why not? That's 300 gold. I will not say no to that. Okay. Otherwise, nothing really here. We will just get rid of... it was... the herbalist. And everything else we want to hold on to for the moment. Actually, wait, we did actually finish the weapon forge as well. We will be placing that shortly. We'll place it now, just so I don't forget about it. Production, weapon forge. It won't fit there. Of course it won't. Can I move this over still? I don't even care that it'll cost 5 wood to do. Production, weapon forge. There we go. Enough room for it now. Perfect. Okay, so we'll place that there. And then, let's see. We also have the peasant houses now. We'll probably want to start moving that over. Severe hunger still. Uh-oh. Not good. Okay, well. Go back to the trader and get rid of weapon forge. There we go. That gets us a little bit more money, but we need to find something to buy. We could get this axe proficiency book now. It's kind of expensive. Alchemy lab would also be a welcome addition. Chancellor. We're going to go for the it's kind of early. It is kind of early, but that's the way that gives us the most amount of gold left over. So I think we're going to go with that. And there's nothing else really to sell, nothing else really to buy. We could buy shields at some point. Not now, but just shortly. Those would be great to have. But for right now, we're just going to go with this. Start that upgrade. That upgrade is started. Okay. So I think that is pretty much where we're going to call it for this episode. So as you can see, we are making progress on getting towards creating our flavorful ale, as well as creating some spears. And being able to sell both of those is going to probably shoot us up in the money department rather quickly. Hopefully this trade route is still going. Yes, it is. Okay. Hopefully they do not try to cancel it as soon as we finally decide to make it. We don't want to start it yet because we don't want to waste a day. Oops, why is it not? It's not really. So Emma, it'll be 22 per item. And right about now we can make a total of, what, 76? Is it 76 for flavorful ale? Oh no, actually we can make like 150 of them. So that could be like 3,500 gold in total. That is incredible. We will be doing very, very well even if we were to only sell flavorful ale. So otherwise, once we sell the spears and the flavorful ale, I think we will be doing pretty well economically, and we can start hiring some warriors. I would love to hire a warrior right now. These ones are kind of expensive. I would rather start from the ground up and use the training ground. But either way, I thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you next time.